literally waiting on KM Health Coaching to push.
Well, you
go.
better be ready because this is a new system we have. You got to be ready and ready to jump when 11 o'clock hits because there is no warning.
Well, it's not showing that you're. Oh, there we are.
It's live. Yeah.
Now we are.
It is. Oh, and I forgot to put myself on focus.
Oh,
because everybody and their mothers want to talk to me. Oh, good morning. Do you have your coffee?
I do. I needed it today.
Let me see your cup. Oh, yep. There it is. You've got the wrong cup. That's a fall cup.
It's matching my shirt. Look at me. I'm like twinsing with my shirt.
Good morning, Gretchen. We're working the wrinkles out of this YouTube live. I think we're better this week. I really feel like we're getting hold of it.
Yeah.
Now that we understand how YouTube works and how to share it to all of our Facebook world. And, if the politicians would have just left us alone and let us do our streaming the way we wanted to, we wouldn't have had this move over to YouTube. But in the end, I think it's a good decision. So
YouTube is proving it.
Hey, my daughter-in-law is on. She found us today.
Oh, yay.
I'm really excited. Getting really excited about the baby, Toby. I just want to tell you that. I was talking about him this morning. Yeah, I talk about him a lot to my friends and, Did I tell you, Darcy, I'm going to be a Grammy?
Did I tell you I'm going to be a great aunt because of this?
I know. That sounds older than Grammy for some reason.
A great aunt. Great auntie.
Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning. I know, great auntie. You can just go by auntie. I would let you. And I think my kids would let you too.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Because we just don't want to be old.
It's too late. It's too late.
I know. How is your do you want to talk about your injury? I feel like you should.
Well, I have this one starting. This is
is that tennis elbow?
Tendonitis. It's either golf or tennis.
No,
I don't play golf, so maybe it's golf elbow. But I think
you have a cuter band than I do. Mine is black and it's ugly.
Yeah, mine's from weightlifting, and just age.
Yeah.
But then my wrist is hurting because I boxing my husband last night, which sounds weird, but we take a boxing class like with actual like gloves and I don't think I had my wrist thing on there tight enough, or I hit him.
You hit him.
I hit him.
So when he goes to the doctor next, I hope the doctor says blink if you feel safe at home. Because you guys are like hitting each other. And what do you expect? You're hitting each other. You're going to hurt yourself. I mean, I tell my kids that. I'm having struggles with my hair today.
We were joking around a little bit too much. And like he was just slapping me with the little puncher things.
Yeah.
And
did you tell him you were sorry?
No. Was I supposed to?
Well, typically if you hit somebody, you're supposed to tell him you're sorry, but
not with boxing. You're supposed to, that's the purpose of boxing.
I don't know why you do that. I just do not understand the concept of boxing.
So listen, it's like,
apparently Siri agrees with me.
I'm not sure I understand.
Well, you should just be quiet then, Siri.
Be quiet, Siri.
I wonder how often she gets told that.
I bet she gets told that a lot. Yeah.
But anyway, great. It's kind of like a hit where, not a hit, like literally a hit. Like hit workout.
Yeah.
IT. Where it's a lot of cardio, but a lot of strength. But you're using your own strength and punching, and it's like it's real. Like Mark and I, like my whole face was just sopping, and I don't sweat. My eyebrows sweat, but when my whole body sweats, that's a good sign.
Well, I did boxing this morning. I did box stepping. I stepped up, and that is just as dangerous as regular boxing for me because I'm like 47 years old, and I'm not even going to blame it on age because when I was 12, I tripped over everything. So my trainer had to give me a really small step-up box because I was going to fall no matter what. So anyway, hey, guys, we're so glad you're here, and gals, be politically correct this morning. We're so glad you're joining us this morning. We got a fun topic to talk about today. Coach Darcy and I are excited to be here. I'm glad she's back from vacation and things are just kind of back to normal in our coaching world. I had a really busy day yesterday. Back to back, every half hour, I had a new client, and my office was Starbucks. So I do in-person meetings on Mondays, and I just have a ball. I have a ball doing that, but my butt hurt by the end of the day because they do not have comfy chairs there. So it was a long productive day, and today is another day that's going to be productive for both of us. So we like to take time out of our Tuesdays and talk to everybody and just to kind of open up our expertise. Coach Darcy and I have lived this lifestyle I've lived it for 7 years. Coach Darcy is probably 5, right? 5-ish, 4-ish, you know. She has not lost 70 pounds. I learned that last week.
5.
She has not lost 75 pounds. No, she's lost 70. So yeah, we live it. We live it, and we love to teach it, and we love to walk people through their journey because, you can go on and find how to do keto, how to do a calorie deficit on the interwebs for free anywhere. But frankly, it doesn't work because if it worked, we would all be healthy, right?
Oh.
It doesn't work because the support needed to do a lifestyle change and the expertise and the group. I mean, just that alone is worth its membership in gold.
Yeah.
So we do this because we understand what it takes to do it. I understand what it takes to lose 120 pounds. Darcy understands what it takes. And so that's what we do. We give our lives to do that. And we love it. We absolutely love it. We also just brought on a new coach, which we're really, really excited about this. One day we'll introduce her to you. Right now, she's settling in and she's finding her feet. But we are really passionate about therapeutic keto because we've seen what it does. Obviously, weight loss is a side effect of keto, and people are like, yay, raw. But what they don't understand is the importance and what keto does to our body, to our physical body, to the metabolic part of our body where we suffer so many times in this physician, big pharma world. This goes against everything we've been taught. It goes against, even the thought of questioning your doctor, who has written a prescription for you. We don't question him anymore or her anymore. And that has made us sicker and sicker and sicker. And so Coach Darcy and I and Coach Kathy, we found a different way. We are watching people. Winston is very chatty today. Yes, he is. He's mad because if I open his door, Winston is the keto mom cockatiel, my friend, who helped me through my empty nest syndrome. Anyway, he's locked in his cage and he's very angry. So I have to decide if it's best to keep him out so he flies on my head and is a part of the show, or if putting him in his cage and making him mad is the other way to go. I don't know at this point. So what we have decided is we are tired, Coach Kathy, Coach Darcy, and myself, we're tired of just trusting physicians, trusting the pill pushers. We're tired of that, and we found a different way. And just questioning, the physicians and questioning, is there another way? When we have a client with type 2 diabetes and that doctor's ready to put him on statins, we scream, no, do not do that. Go beg your physician for a chance to fix this with a diet, with what you put in your mouth, because you can. And if he doesn't allow that, if he does not give you time to do that before he puts you on statins, fire him. It's not, or her. I'm not being very politically correct today. So that's what our passion is. And so Coach Kathy came on the team, and she's going to be really focusing on therapeutic keto. She has a son with epilepsy who has not had any seizures since he's been on it. And her life has been changed by therapeutic keto. So she's going to really focus on epilepsy, ADHD, and all of those metabolic issues. And she's in There's no cheating on therapeutic keto. It is all or nothing, right? So we're excited about you, Kathy. We're really, really excited and so excited to see what you're going to do. Coach Darcy is getting ready to launch on July 5th. She's getting ready to launch another group. We love the groups. In fact, she had to wrestle this one away from me because I was going to take this group and she's like, Monica, please let me take it. It's not what happened. But she's really, really stomping at the door ready to start with this group. And she's got a really great group to work with this time. If you're ever like, I don't know if coaching's for me or not, and gosh, it's a little bit pricey, this is where you want to jump in because typically our 3-month program is about $1,500 to $1,700. Okay. You can get in 30 days for just $199. That is like, why are we doing this?
Okay. But aren't you raising the price?
I am. You beat me to it. I am raising the price as of 6:00 this evening. So if you're watching this live, go ahead and try the link because I have several clients before then. So as soon as I'm done with my clients today, the early price is gone. So it will not be $199 anymore. It will be $250. So make sure, Coach, I think you're going to put the link in the comments to the registration page. Make sure you do that because as of 6:00 this evening, or when I'm finished with my clients today, it will go up $50. Okay.
You know, we have a problem right now. I have forgotten both of my passwords. So I'm trying to come in here and log in on my YouTube and I'm struggling. Now, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to
Well,
find
let's do that after. Let's do that after. So we'll give you a couple extra minutes after the live today for her to gather her brain cells. Apparently, in boxing, that's what I think happened.
in the head though.
Actually, what I think it is it's summertime with the kids,
Oh
which
my-
carries us over to what we're going to talk about today.
We are.
Did you like that? That was a good, wasn't it? So pretty soon we could go on the road. We'd have more than 5 viewers. Oh gosh, you guys. So here's the scoop. When she drops that link in there, grab it before the price goes up. This will start July the 5th. Okay. So you'll start with a detox, you'll start with hardcore stuff, and then first live session, there'll be 4 live sessions on are they Tuesdays, Darcy? On Tuesdays. And there'll be 4 live sessions, and you don't have to worry. You can totally have her for more than 30 days, but we just get you started out. We get you typically about 20, 25-pound weight loss during that time. So it's really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. So, hey, before we go on, if you don't want to miss our lives, there's a little bell in our YouTube channel. Click that, subscribe to our channel. And if you wouldn't mind sharing this to your family and friends, if you're watching us and you're like, gosh, I know of a family or friend, that could really benefit from what Coach Darcy and Coach Monica are talking about. Would you help us by sharing? Really, really helps us get the algorithm in our favor. It also helps us spread our message. So what we're going to talk about today is kind of a lighthearted topic, but it's a really, really serious one because a lot of our clients really, really struggle. Did I ask them, tell us where you're watching from today? That's all. I'm always curious as to where our message is going to. If you're watching us, tell us in the comments where you are, where you're talking to us from, where you're watching from. So summertime has a lot of vibes to it. Okay. So for some people, summertime is an exciting time to lose weight because it seems like it's an easier time than when you're stuck in the house, for the winter wanting to eat everything. But it is also for some, it's a very, very big struggle. So we're going to talk about the struggles and the fun times of losing weight in the summer. You can totally lose weight in the summer. It took me a year to lose 120 pounds. And there was no season that I stopped losing. Okay. There was no season or no time that we, physically stopped losing. We lost weight over Christmas. We lost weight in the summertime. So what we're going to talk about today is how to do it and what the struggles are, what the pitfalls are. So Darcy, let's do like we do in our weight loss group. So we have a weight loss group that meets every Monday. If you're not a part of it, you should be. It's like a Overeaters Anonymous kind of group. And so we talked about this in session this week. So we're going to kind of do it like group. So when we talk about we're going to talk about the wins and the struggles of summertime. Okay, so let's talk about the easy part. How is it easier to lose weight in the summer than it is in the winter? Okay, and then we'll talk about the struggles. Okay, so can you think of why it's easier for some of our clients to lose in the summer?
Well, typically we have outdoors. So when we're
Mhm.
outside, we're not necessarily thinking about food the whole time.
Yeah.
This can be a love, like a
Mhm.
vice versa. Like you could
Mhm.
be outside and having picnics.
Yeah,
Uh, but
totally.
you have fresh foods available. You have all
Mhm.
these things that are just like gardening. You have yard work. You're
Mhm.
moving all the time, so you're not necessarily thinking about
Mhm.
food.
Yeah. Oh, that's so
Right.
true. Yeah. I'm moving more in the summertime because I don't want to waste an ounce of summertime. So I'm outside and I'm moving more in the summertime. That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Fresh fruits are available. Farmers markets are open. So you don't have to wait for the seasonal things to come in from other parts of the nation to your grocery store. You can go to your local farmers market and find all the fresh things there.
Yeah.
So some people do find it a lot easier to lose weight in the summer. Some people find it harder. Okay, and this is what we're going to focus on today is the struggles of summer weight loss. You can totally lose weight in the summer. You
Hmm.
could easily, this summer, you could easily take off 30 pounds if you wanted to. Okay, it's doable, but there's struggles. So, have you pre thought of some struggles?
Well, there's always if you have kids, you're gonna be at the ball field.
Mm.
Um, you're gonna have the boat. You're gonna have
Mhm.
vacation.
Mhm.
What else does summer bring? You
Yeah.
have 4th of July parties.
Mhm.
Oh, picnics. Uh,
Mhm.
if potlucks, I don't know if potlucks are still a thing, but potlucks.
Yeah.
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 Uh,
Yeah. Your schedule goes crazy.
camping. Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you just say?
Camping.
Camping. Yeah. Yeah. Your schedules, what I found or what we have found, that our biggest enemy as weight loss coaches is convenience. Like
Mhm.
we have gone from meals at home. And I think in my generation, we had more meals at home than my generation now when I raised my kids because it was like we were busy all the time. And that does two things. So the busyness of our summer schedules, um, number one, makes it very, very difficult to do our three letters, our three favorite letters, PRE, pre-think, pre-plan, and prepare. Makes it very difficult to do that with
Mhm.
the moving schedules that you have. But not only that, it makes it difficult to just left my mind, just whoosh like that. Um, Not it makes it difficult to pre-plan, pre-think, and prepare, but it also the movement of our schedules, we don't have time to do that because we're like, okay, we're going to the ball field, but tonight let's go out for ice cream. Let's go out for it, and it just happens so quickly. And so that can be a really, really hard time. Going over to relatives' house, going over out on the boat. What do you do when you go out on the boat and there's all of this alcohol, there's all of these snacky foods, there's chips, there's all of these things? What do you do if you are trying to keep a healthy schedule? The other thing, and where I was going as well, is all of these crazy schedules and this crazy lifestyle that we're living ups the cortisol. When you up your stress, it raises your cortisol, which spikes your sugars. Okay. So some of you are like, why are my sugars so high? Well, you're a little stressed. Cortisol will spike your sugars, which will spike your insulin. So when we live under this stress from event to event for summertime, we're not only battling the food that we're eating, but we're battling cortisol. We're battling our own body. It's like cortisol is a natural form of prednisone. You know what happens when you're on prednisone and trying to lose weight? Doesn't work, right? So all of these things is a perfect storm to be able to let our guard down, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say?
Oh no.
That was a toss, Darth. That was
Well,
a
I
toss.
saw that. That was like I was waiting for you to keep going. I don't know where you want me to take it from there.
What do you do? Okay, let's say that you and Mark were your best friends called you, your BFF called you, said, "Hey, we're getting the boat together tonight. We're gonna go out on the lake. Do you want to come? You got to be at our house in about half hour. You got about a half hour. We're gonna gas up the boat. We're gonna put the drinks on the boat. What are you and Mark going to do?"
Right. That's a good question. The other one you just kind of stopped. You
What did I stop?
just stopped. But here's a side note. As you were talking, I was thinking, back in the day, like, and you can kind of have a timeline of those potlucks.
Mm-hmm.
How back in the day it was all homemade, somebody's special dish, and they would have time put their love, heart, and soul
Mm-hmm.
into that one dish, and they'd bring it in for that potluck. But anymore, like, it has graduated to like bags of chips or
Oh,
pre-made
yeah.
desserts, or like nobody has brought their own favorite meal because of that time. So,
Mhm.
now asking your question for the boat, you have 30 minutes to, that's a very short time.
Mhm.
Because you got to gather your swimsuit, obviously, if you're not
Yeah.
prepared,
There you go.
to grab things that that are safe for you to have on the boat.
Mhm.
If it is a snack like item, you can have your cooler full
Mhm.
of, if you have to go to the store, grab a cooler full of your types of, bubbly water. If you want
Mhm.
to drink, if you do drink, then Tito's, I think, I don't know,
Mhm.
uh,
Yeah.
club soda, some summertime quick grabs, and
So
you're
map that out in your mind. Map, okay, Mark, you go grab the swimsuit. Somebody's got to remember the kids, right? Do the
yeah,
kids have all of their, do they have sunscreen? Do they have this? Okay,
yeah,
shouting out, Mark, you go do this. In your mind, what you're doing is you're mapping out your aisle in the grocery store.
yeah,
You're mapping out, where do you go? Where do you go get the bubblies? Where
yeah.
do you go get the berries? Where do you go get
Unless,
the pork rinds?
unless you have already pre-thought and
There you go.
prepared, your pantry should be already stocked with
There
these.
you go. Which is a problem. And I just thought about this morning when I was with my workout girls, because we're gonna have tomorrow night a what do you call that after 5, uh
Happy hour.
happy hour. We're having happy hour tomorrow. And so we were like, okay, we'll be there 5 o'clock. What do I bring? And what the precious little woman said was, oh, well, just bring what's in your fridge. Just look in there and bring what's in your fridge. Well, in my in my fridge, I'm gonna have to go to the store. I'm gonna, because I don't have those things. Had I been, you know, beautifully prepared, I would go to my fridge and I'd be able to be prepared. So I'm an example of what not to do, because
Right,
tomorrow I'm gonna have to go to the store. So in my head, I'm already mapping out, what am I gonna bring? Because
right,
I know that everybody else is not going to bring things that I can have and that I choose to have. So
yeah,
I'm going with myself in mind as I'm running through the grocery aisle, right?
yes,
So yeah, being prepared and having that emergency stuff in your fridge.
yeah. Because you
Definitely.
can easily have even shelf stable things. You could quick.
Oh,
I've made a tuna salad, and
yes.
really quick. It might not be cold, but if you put it in your ice, by
Right.
ready to eat it, it's gonna be
Right.
boat stable. You can just pack, and we've done this before with
Yes.
boat. We have packed our things, and as long as it's in a baggie, not in with the ice, it should be
Yep.
safe.
So
Um,
true.
yeah,
So true. And what I like to do is I like to have a list of things. So my husband, and this doesn't have anything to do with summer. It has to do with how busy we are. I only made 4 sausage burgers yesterday for supper, and he wanted another one. And but he takes his lunch the next day, so we always just we carry it over for his lunch the next day. He wanted that second burger, and he was like, "Oh, but then there'd be nothing for lunch." Well, what I do is I go to my fridge and I look up the easy things. So on my fridge, I've got tuna salad, egg salad. I've got those things listed, so I don't even have to think.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'll just whip you up an egg salad sandwich. Okay. So he had his burger. So having those things, part of my problem, and I don't know if anybody else struggles with this, but part of my problem is ideas. Like we could totally eat yummy, but having those ideas is really hard.
Yeah.
Because we get bored. So
That's where having your because that's why we don't do we don't do meal plans for
no,
people because I could go and suggest all the things. They're like, oh no, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that either.
right,
Or I don't like that combination. Like
right,
then point of a meal plan if you're not going to eat what we
right.
plan for you. So
So true.
we teach our people fish.
Yeah.
And what you do is that you like you were saying, you make that list that you're
Hmm. Yeah. Hmm.
then you're not going to have
Yeah.
to what you need to
Yeah.
store. It's easy like it's summer and summertime is the worst time to think about what you want to eat and
Exactly.
having your staples
Yeah.
and having those fresh quick and easies
Yeah.
um, and a lot of I'm finding out that a lot of our meals don't really even take that long
No,
to
they
make.
don't.
um, whip it together. I mean,
Mhm.
unless you're something then that
Yeah.
will take
If you're a
longer.
gourmet chef, then yeah, you're going to take a
Yeah,
little bit of
yeah.
time.
But that's where you have your air fryers on hand
Right.
and all those
Yeah.
things where you just stop running into excuses and
Yeah.
problem solve.
The
And
other
that
thing is get really good at a recipe.
yes.
I love keto broccoli salad, keto potato salad. Love them.
Yeah.
I have perfected it so I don't have to go look for the recipes anymore. I'm just making it like normal potato salad and I'm tweaking it a little bit. But I had to practice that because I am not a cook. I am not a chef. I hate cooking. I hate the kitchen. But those two staples I can whip up within 10 minutes and I can bring it to the party. I can bring it to the event and I'm taken care of.
Yeah.
Most barbecues all have meat. So it's very, very easy for us to be keto in the
Mhm.
summer. It's actually easier than the winter,
Yeah.
So it's just I have to constantly make something in order to have it on the top of my mind. Like, oh, how do I do this? So I'm going to get really good at perfecting that keto potato salad. Um, and so I can do it in repetitive and just bring it everywhere I go.
Yeah.
So you can stay healthy in the summer. You can totally stay healthy. In fact, we encourage you go with the wind on this thing because it
Mhm.
is easier to lose weight in the summer. Go with that instead of fighting it. And a lot of times our most successful clients come in the summer because they get um, that extra bonus of having an easier time losing. And then they're prepared when it comes to fall and winter. They're prepared and they're much more able to lose weight when it comes to fall and winter than they are when they get started in the summer. So we're encouraging you if you're on the fence, if you have that extra weight to lose, it's time. And like we said at the beginning, you have until about 6 o'clock this evening for the early bird price to jump into Darcy's 30-day weight loss boot camp. It is boot camp, let me tell you. You will
Yeah.
lose about 20 pounds. But you've got until about 6 o'clock, and then the price goes up to $250. So I'm going to up it about $50. Okay. So make sure that you ask us for the link. We'll get it to you. We'll get you signed up. We'll get you registered. We'll get you in line and ready to go when she hits the ground running on July 5th. So
Yeah.
how's that for timing? It is 29 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yes.
That's how good we are at our timing now. Now that
Yeah.
we're on YouTube, it apparently is much easier to stay on target because we're not having to sit there and fiddle with the technology. So
So true.
if you have enjoyed this, would you please consider sharing it to your family and friends? If you need a coach, I know I have a couple of spots for my 3-month program. We are beginning waiting lists. Our coaches do have spots. I have waiting lists. So if you are in need of a coach, if you are frustrated with doing it by yourself, please reach out to us. Coach Darcy will put her link. As soon as she figures out her password, she'll put that link in there.
I take
and drop those in there for you. And as always, we're even here after that price, switch this evening. We're even here for our regular program. So let us know if you have any questions. Let us know in the comments. We love to check those. We love to answer any questions. And next Tuesday, we'll be here at 11 a.m. Eastern time. We try to be very, very consistent in that, except when Darcy goes on vacation and the boss forgets.
So vacation, just so you know.
What?
Remember, I'll be going on vacation soon.
I know. Well, I denied that. I sent it to HR. I denied that request.
I get 2 vacations, and yes, they're in this like 1 month after another.
I don't even know how that works. I do not know how that works. I'm taking a vacation. It's in October.
There you go.
Yeah, I spread mine out just a little bit. But
and sandwich it. We're sandwiching.
Yeah. You ate dessert all at once.
I did.
All right, guys. You have an amazing rest of the week. We'll see you next Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Bye.